So, is it true? What are you actually asking about? Did you actually used to be a member of the Order of the Raven? Now look here, you know that type of talk is outlawed, right? But if I'm right, you might be the only person that's able to fix this. This conversation is over. Oh, come on! If you are who I think you are, that means you are a realm traveler and a planeswalker. You're literally the guy. Alright, kid, look, consider I humor this. Do you even perform? Well, I mean, before the ban, I considered myself a chaos magician. Alright, can you break the fourth wall? I mean, I can give it a try. Hey kids, this is what we call narrative exposition. See, that felt really weird. Yeah, you're right, it looked a little weird too, just saying. Look, you know as well as I do that the Lettuce Cult isn't going to stop. And if I can figure out where you are, so can they. God damn it! Alright, fine. But do you even have a plan? Oh, well, I'm actually glad you asked. This is a good fucking plan. It's been a long time since I said this, but let's get to work. But first, how's your grimace? I'm sorry, my what? Orc, do you speak it?
How long has it been since last I woke? Half an eon for certain. This humor, it rouses me deeply. The vampire overlord has awakened. Quickly, we must prepare! Bring me my Dark Martens. What do you mean we don't have Dark Martens? How expensive did you say? Very well then. Through the spell book! Yes. My spell book! So much evil has been written within this. Certainly with it, the vampire will have their day. Where's my eyeliner?
Pardon the interruption, but I regret to inform you that the TikTokers are already coming. Oh, excuse me. I was going to talk about TikTok. TikTok started off as another application known as music.ly, which was moderately popular. People knew about it, but I'm not sure if there were a whole lot of people that were actually uploading to it until it was bought out by another company and was rebranded as TikTok. At first, there wasn't a lot of people that were really knowing about it or talking about it. If anybody knew about it, they were referring to it as a Vine 2.0. YouTubers across the board were having a heyday of finding TikTok content to make fun of and point out that it was quite the example of cringe. TikTok was an application that nobody really took seriously until the pandemic swept the globe and people were now going into their homes on lockdown. And TikTok was there to bring everybody together. Some downloaded it at first as a joke, others out of pure and simple boredom because they had nothing else to do with their time. But as time went on, with the incredibly sophisticated algorithm of the TikTok application, people were quickly brought together with like minds based on what they were liking, based on what they were sharing, based on the hashtags that they had a common interest in. People were brought together and communities were being formed and information was being spread in real time in ways that no other form of media had been able to do before. And this was a blessing and a curse. There are bugs in the system, one can say, and a flagging system and a reporting system that less than savory individuals wind up exploiting and taking advantage of. But it has also done one thing. It has brought more people together than any other form of social media that I myself am currently aware of. Going across the entire world, people from all walks of life are now able to come together and share their own life stories and experiences, their own common interests, the things that they are interested in, a platform where anybody can share whatever the hell they want, so long as it does not violate the guidelines and the rules and regulations. Anybody can talk about almost anything. And there's a market for that. But with this rapid sharing of information in real time, there are certain issues that certain legislative bodies might have an issue with, which is exactly why now in the United States, TikTok is facing being banned. And I'm not going to talk about that particular bill right now, because there are far more sinister implications that that bill would present than I or you have the time for covering here and now. But it bears insisting TikTok could get banned. And at the time of my filming this, there is a verdict that is still out on that. But in spite of that, whether it stays or whether it goes, the TikTokers are coming. And the TikTokers have already started to cross over onto YouTube. Which means whether we like it or not, the TikTokers are coming. And with them, they are going to bring their TikTok way of doing things. They're going to bring their TikToker sentiments. And they are not going to give a good goddamn about the way things have been conducted here on YouTube. They're going to do things their way. They aren't going to make space for the standards that have already been set. And where have I seen this before? Oh yeah, with the Viner invasion. We've seen this happen before, not too long ago in the history of some of our collective memories. And when the Viners invaded, that changed the entire landscape and platform for the better or for the worst. Which means that when the TikTokers come, this platform is going to change. So if you feel you must, hold on to the standards and the type of content that you yourself have found to be favorable. Hold on to it. Keep it close and safe for as long as you can. Because at some point in the not too distant future, it's going to be gone. Just like everything else. Yeah. Screw you too, buddy. Hey. I want to thank you for bailing me out of that den of goons earlier. If you hadn't driven in, I didn't know what I was going to do. Yeah, that's been happening all day. People keep thinking I'm this John character. What brings me to Gotham? Hey, thanks by the way. Well, as it turns out, somebody hired me with a large sum of money trying to keep it anonymous. What's my type of work? Paranormal investigation. Huh, you used to know a guy like that? Neat. Don't tell me his name was also John. My name? Detective Aiden Taylor, P.I., Paranormal Investigator. If you don't mind me asking, what brings you to Gotham? Well, with an accent like that, I don't assume you're from around here. Heart of London. No kidding. Huh. So you became an Uber driver in Gotham because it was better than the life you were living in London. No offense, but you must have had to have gotten pretty far away from something coming to Gotham. It's better than Metropolis. You know what? I've never been this far out in the country before. Yeah, the United States is huge. Born and raised in the Midwest. Heard Central City's pretty nice. However, I've heard plenty of complaints about the way that the cost of living is. I can imagine with a crime rate like this, rent would be pretty cheap. How much? That's all you're paying. Shit, no wonder you came to Gotham. What's the name of the guy that people keep thinking I am? John something. Constantine, that's what it was. You've been looking for me, and now you have found me. What do you want? Honestly, I was just hoping for you are much larger than I thought you were. With a reputation like yours, I thought you would be taller. Duly noted. However, allow me to get back on track. You appear to be a long way from home. And it would appear to me that you know far too much. Yes, I have a habit of doing that. However, I've got a question for you. Do you remember the Vanta War? Half-Orc Supreme?
Yes, all of the evil in here is still intact. Where is my general?
Here you go, Vampire Overlord.
What the hell is this? And who the hell are you?
That's the stand-in general, and my name is Raven. I'm the only one that's still here.
What happened to Lucian?
Witch Wars.
I'm sorry, what?
Internet witches. It's a long story.
My vampire general, my most elite fighter, lost to internet witches?
Not quite. He got fed up with the bullshit and left. He said, and I quote, "I don't get paid nearly enough for this bullshit."
What became of my captain?
Left with Lucian. I'm literally the only one left.
So then why are you still here?
Kitties.
I'm sorry, kitties?
Yeah, kitties. Isn't she precious?
Where the hell did that thing come from?
From the outside. I brought her in. She was playing with the puppies.
Puppies? You mean my hellhounds?
Yeah, puppies.
Well, if you're the only one here, do you want to be my general?
You can't afford me.
And why is that?
'Cause I'm too good at what I do.
What is it you do that I can't afford?
I ask this in sincerity. Do you really want to find out?
So you'll be staying for the kitties?
And the puppies.
Oh, good. Very well, then.
From the pit I was in it, Emily. I was in that ultimate moment of terror that is the beginning of life. It is nothing. Simple. The final truth of all things is that there is no final truth. Truth.
Okay, now will you tell me what's going on? Dee, when was the last time we had fun? I'm not sure that I follow, Jakel. I was out on the battlefield. I got a good look at the scene that I found myself in, and I realized that this conflict wasn't mine. I've been in enough battles to know that there is a difference between a warrior and a soldier, and I'm not sure which one I am. Ever since we got here, it's been one thing after another. I learned that the legend of the Supreme was a lie. We got rid of Andriel, and ever since I've been burying my nose into something to keep myself distracted. When was the last time that I actually stopped to think of something other than what was plaguing my life? Everything is just so serious and dire all the time. When was the last time we stopped to have fun? When will enough ever be enough? It doesn't seem to matter which realm we wind up in. The world always seems to be on fire. Everything is always in chaos no matter where we go. And if every single hero available dies in battle, then who will be here to help pick up the pieces once everything falls apart? I think I've just finally had enough, D. I think I'm just ready to rest. 170 years is a long time to be around when always concerned with the affairs of mankind. How many people have we become friends with and left on the roadside because we had some mission to achieve? Sometimes I'm just grateful that I still have you because it feels like you're the only person that I have left. And I'm not ready to lose myself in the battles of a conflict that were never mine to begin with. I just feel like I've given all that I can and it's still not enough. When do I finally get to have time for myself? When was the last time we had fun?
Jakel, I love you. And this is exactly why I'm still here. Even after all this time, I still choose you as my companion. Because there are just some things that you get that others don't. Underneath all of that angst, there's still a big, gentle, tender heart. One that doesn't deserve to be left alone after everything that you've been through. And at the end of the day, nobody deserves to be left alone. But I think you're right. It is time to slow down and settle down and to just have fun. Because I am 3 times older than you are, and I too am just as exhausted. Let's spend more time having fun.
Thank you, D. I love you too. New mission. No more missions. Let's retire for a while. Wow. Was that really only a few months ago? Feels like an eternity. It's about time I got back to work. Much better. Welcome back, initiates and acolytes. My name is Ebon Bathory, Black Magician Extraordinaire and Sorcerer Supreme. Detective Aiden M. Taylor, M for Matthew, birth date October 23rd, 1992. Contingency clearance code, Snickle Pickle. Consider my attention sufficiently grabbed. If you are seeing this, it means I have successfully projected my consciousness to my own past to commandeer your body while you're asleep from the year 2026. You mean like in Days of Future Past? Exactly like Days of Future Past. Yeah, alright. He at least understands the references. Now I know what you're thinking. The temporal disturbances have not yet been tested with this kind of thing. Alright, he's good. Either one, I have completely changed your future and I will no longer exist if you successfully pull this off. And I know this is a possibility given that when I was where you are, I did not reach out to me. What could be so bad that erasing an entire timeline might be worth it? And I know this could imply a couple of other different things, such as I've made contact with a completely different timeline and my present, your future, will remain unaffected. Ah, he's probably banking on the future Trunks scenario in Dragon Ball Z. Kind of like future Trunks in Dragon Ball Z. Alright, now I'm listening. Or it's entirely possible that I've created a tangent universe by making contact with you, meaning that it will ultimately correct itself, resulting in probably your death. Ah, the Donnie Darko defense. Gee, thanks. You're welcome, by the way. Okay, fine. I bite. Now, I need you to listen. I'm not sure how much time I have left. In the not-too-distant future, from your future, TikTok is going to be banned. That is slated for January 19th of 2025. Hasn't he been monologuing for an awful long time? Shit. We've been detected. I need to talk quickly. Should have seen that one coming. Remember the Vanta War. And no matter what you do, do not trust the Order of the Raven. They've already been infiltrated by... The fuck is the Vanta War? What the hell is the Order of the Raven? The fuck? I need a fucking cigarette. What the fuck is that? Huh. What do you know? Looks like things are getting a little wibbly wobbly.